U.S. proposed NATO-style security outfit for Ukraine.
Nghe An, 34. Social housing projects with nearly 28,000 apartments have selected investors.
Nghe An, Soviet Nghe Tinh Museum. Red address for revolutionary tradition education.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. Here we go, the first part of the show. The United States has put forward a proposal for joint defense guarantees for Ukraine, similar to NATO's collective security principle, but operating outside the alliance.
The idea surfaced during a conference call between U.S. President Donald Trump, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and several European leaders. According to Daily.Pots, Washington suggested a non-NATO Article 5-style commitment as part of a broader security framework for Ukraine. NATO's Article 5 stipulates that an attack on one member is considered an attack on all, forming the cornerstone of the alliance's collective defense. Ukraine's push to join NATO has been one of Moscow's central objections in its ongoing war, and some Western governments remain reluctant to back Kiev's full membership. President Trump himself has consistently ruled out Ukraine's accession to the alliance.
The death toll from heavy monsoon rains that have triggered landslides and flash floods across northern Pakistan has risen to at least 321, according to the disaster authority.
307 deaths were recorded in the mountainous Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province in northwestern Pakistan, with another 5 killed in the northern region of Gilgit-Baltistan and 9 in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. Most were killed in flash floods and collapsing houses, with the dead including 15 women and 13 children. The government said a helicopter on a rescue mission in the flood-hit province crashed due to the bad weather, killing the 5 crew members. The Meteorological Department has issued a heavy rain alert for Pakistan's northwest for the next few hours, urging people to take emergency precautions.
On August 16th, the government held a preliminary preview conference on the implementation of social housing development targets for the first 7 months of 2025 and the deployment plan for the last 5 months of 2025.
Accordingly, for 2025, the Prime Minister assigned Nghe An the target of constructing 1,420 social housing apartments. To date, the province has completed nearly 2,400 apartments, and it is expected to reach about 2,500 units for the whole year, significantly exceeding the assigned target. Previously, in the 2021-2024 period, Nghe An completed over 1,600 apartments belonging to 3 housing projects. Currently, Nghe An province has approved investment policies and master plans for 41 social housing projects, covering a total area of 107 hectares, expected to provide around 36,000 apartments. Among these, 34 projects have selected investors, nearly 28,000 apartments, while 7 projects have not yet selected investors, approximately 8,000 apartments.
Upcoming are some updated news.
According to the Vietnam Red Cross Society, as of August 16th, the national donation campaign in support of the Cuban people had received nearly VND 250 billion, almost 4 times higher than its initial target of VND 65 billion. Launched on August 13th to mark the Vietnam-Cuba Friendship Year and the 65th anniversary of diplomatic ties, 1960 to 2025, the campaign drew a strong response nationwide. Within just 30 hours, contributions had surpassed the target of VND 65 billion. 3 days later, donations had reached nearly VND 250 billion. The 65-day campaign runs from August 13 to October 16th.
A tropical depression near Vietnam's Hoan Chi Sa Paracel Archipelago is moving northwest toward China's Hainan Island and the Gulf of Tonkin, bringing heavy rain to central Vietnam. The tropical depression is expected to reach Hainan Island on morning of August 18th before entering the Gulf of Tonkin. As of the morning of August 19th, it is forecast to be in the northern Gulf of Tonkin with sustained winds of 39 to 49 kph and gusts up to 74 kph. The tropical depression brought widespread rainfall to the central Vietnamese areas from Thanh Hoa Province to Da Nang City, as well as parts of the Central Highlands. The National Weather Center warns of potential flooding in low-lying urban areas and flash floods or landslides in mountainous regions.
The Vietnamese women's team fell 1-2 to the Australian U23 side in the semi-finals of the 2025 ASEAN Women's MSIG Serenity Cup at Lac Tre Stadium in Hai Phong on the evening of August 16th. Away team struck early with 2 quick goals. In the 6th minute, Aideen Keane headed home, before Letitia McKenna doubled the lead with a spectacular long-range strike in the 16th minute. Vietnam pushed forward late in the game, and in the 88th minute, Beach Thuy scored a goal with a sharp finish from a tight angle. With the win, Australia booked their place in the final against Myanmar, while Vietnam will face Thailand in the 3rd-place playoff on August 19th.
Located in the heart of Vinh ancient citadel, Nghe An Soviet Nghệ Tinh Museum is not only a place to preserve valuable artifacts and documents about the August Revolution and Soviet Nghệ Tinh, but also a red address to educate revolutionary traditions for the young generations. More in the story today.
The merger between the Nghe Tinh Soviet Museum and the Nghe An Museum has created a rich exhibition space encompassing all historical periods, from the 1930 to 1931 Nghe Tinh Soviet movement to the August Revolution and the nation-building process. This has bolstered its role in traditional education, making it a destination for students and tourists from both within and outside the province.
The museum is strengthening its role in educating the younger generations about revolutionary traditions.
By promoting the application of digital technology, building a 3D tour system, online database, documents and artifacts become more vivid and attractive. Historical and revolutionary values are widely spread, helping the public anywhere to access the precious treasure trove of documents of the homeland.
I feel extremely honored and proud to receive the award and visit the museum. I also feel that I have the responsibility to preserve and introduce the museum to everyone.
I used to think museums were just about looking at displayed objects and pictures. But now that I can see artifacts in a digital environment, I find it really interesting. I will tell my friends about it.
Each visit to the Nghe An Soviet Nghe Tinh Museum is a journey back to our roots, fostering a deeper love for our homeland. Museum is an indispensable red address in today's traditional education journey.
The last story just ended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.